Hey Leo, so you have the Hierophant as your theme. The Hierophant is Taurus card, so you could be dealing with Taurus, but um, in all fairness, this is religion, uh, not conformity necessarily, but the Hierophant is about understanding, teaching, listening, counseling. And I'm not saying that you're getting counseling. Get an unbiased opinion about how, you know, you may be screwing up your own life. Just kidding. But literally, the Hierophant is about learning. It's about reasoning with yourself and saying, hey, by the way, there's more to life than meets the eye. There's more than what I know. There's, a higher power at play here, whether it's the universe, God, spirit, whatever you believe in. The Hierophant is very much like, I'm here to help. The universe has your back type energy. And I love the Hierophant for you because it means you're ending the year going, okay, I'm willing to listen. Open arms, open ears, open everything. I'm willing to listen to what you have to put down. This isn't about somebody else. This isn't about anybody else's life. This is about me. This is about my kids. This is about my fur babies. This is about whatever it is to you. This is literally you saying to the universe, all right, I'm open to discussion. What's going on? What have you got for me? How are we going to start? All right. Current position coming into the end of the year is the Ten of Swords. Tragedy, lost. I don't like to delve too much into a lot of things that this card can represent. A lot of people take it as illness or a loss of a family member, something like that. And I don't necessarily want to bring that into this read. If that is something you're going through, then I feel very badly about that. Again, I don't want to bring that energy in. Not that I'm not sympathetic or anything like that, but a lot of people are very sensitive on those types of subjects, and so I could get into, oh, I feel this energy, and oh, I'm sorry that this person was diagnosed with this, or whatever. And I just don't feel like that's my place at this moment because that's not the topic we're on, okay? But the Ten of Swords is very much an ending, a loss of some sort. So I do feel like, you know what, Leo? You may be coming into the end of this year going, I'm done. I'm completely done. I don't want this. Although I kind of feel like you're fooling yourself if you say that. And some of you are going to be like, oh, I hate them. I never want to talk to them again. But you're here. You're here now watching this read about somebody else. So that's not entirely true. Now, what I also feel like here is, even though this is like an ending or some sort of tragedy, I feel like it's almost self-inflicted to a certain extent. Because for some of you, it's almost like you're putting yourself through this pain and grief because either they're trying to communicate with you or they're not communicating with you, and you're not, I want to say, like, accelerating in the direction surrounding what is placed in front of you. Meaning, if they're coming towards you and they're saying, I love you, Leo, I want to be with you, or I at least want to communicate with you, or whatever it is, and you're going, no, 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 well, then you're self-inflicting this. If you still love them and care about them and you're not going to listen to them, and again, I'll hear a lot of people say, well, they cheated on me, they lied, that's horrible. Yes, it is. All of the above. But if you still love them and care about them, then this loss or this ending is combined with you not speaking to them or not. Because there's somebody, and it could resonate with one person, there's somebody out there who this person is desperately trying to get your attention. And you're like, no, 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 it's horrible. And I get it. And I get the feeling. But at the same time, then this loss is self-inflicted because it could be a talking. And I'm not saying you have to get together with this person or even forgive them or have happy thoughts or rainbows and Skittles. I'm talking about having a conversation to, even if this is something you could never do again, to get that closure. For others of you, I feel like this is we haven't gotten the closure. And so you're kind of like, this sucks. There's this ghosting, or we've blocked each other. I blocked them, they blocked me, and we're not having a conversation that needs to be had. And so there's just this sense of loss right now. The next card you have is the Two of Wands, which I think is perfect for this, okay? Because the Two of Wands is coming out of this, going into planning goals. The Two of Wands is you doing this on your own. What's best for Leo? I don't give a shit what's best for anybody else. I don't give a crap what's best for, what does your mom think you should do? Or what does your best friend think you should do? What does Leo think they should do? And I'm not saying discard what people are saying. What I'm talking about is going back to this Hierophant of, like, there's a plan in store for me. A higher power understands and has my back, that there's something else here for me. So I'm going to go with the flow. Even if I feel this tense emotion, or if I feel this tense this is never going to happen again, or, you know, this is doomed, because that's what the Ten of Swords really represents, is a very upsetting situation. But the Two of Wands is like, but I'm going to progress on my own regardless. Leo, you're strong. Come on. I mean, you're the Strength card. Like, yes, everybody goes through sorrow and grief, but you're learning from it. You're moving forward and understanding that, it's interesting because the card does represent some sort of conformity, and I said in the beginning it's not really conformity, but it is to a certain extent in the fact that there's different places in love. Okay, there's different places of when you break up, there's grief, there's hate, there's anger, there's pain, there's sadness, there's happiness, there's forgiveness. And I'm not saying all the right ones. Oprah probably says there's like 4 and whatever, and I'm not gonna get into all that, but literally the Two of Wands is saying it doesn't matter. Like, internally, you know, you're going to progress forward and you're going to find what you need. You're going to find what you want if there is truly an ending. It's really weird, though. I feel like this is a cop-out. Not going to lie, Leo. I feel like this Ten of Swords is like a cop-out. This is more like dramatic. Like, they're going, the end is nigh. Nigh is near, I guess. I could be totally wrong. You don't need to go in the comments and tell me that my German or whatever this is sucks. Like, I read a post a long time ago where the guy was wearing a sign. It was like the end is nigh, which apparently was like the end is near. But anyways, I feel like there's some drama behind this whole ending because I don't believe it for some reason. All right, the next card you have coming in is the distant past, or the past 5-10 years. I'm going to call bullshit on that, though. I'm going to say that I feel like this is very relevant. The Three of Pentacles is often considered the third-party card, and I feel like either A, they're still in a third-party situation, or you are. Cross-watchers, this can be reversed, but I read for the sign that I'm reading for. This is either a third-party situation that they're still in, and it's kind of continued throughout your relationship. It could be a marriage situation. You're dating somebody who's married, or they're dating you and you're married, or whatever it is. But the Three of Pentacles for me feels more current than distant, although I feel like it's a long time coming. Like, maybe the damage in your relationship was because of infidelity or something that happened a while ago, and you can't roll with it. You can't get over it, which, you know, I get mixed feelings because people tell me, you know, I have a best friend. I told a story to one sign about how she was with her husband for like 8 years. They had a daughter, and then he had an indiscretion, and like, it was horrible for like a year or two. They went through distrust. His phone was on the counter every day, and she was like, I can't live like this. And then they eventually developed a friendship again and loved each other again and had another child together. And somebody was like, oh, that could never happen. That could never happen. Well, you know what? To each his own. But there are always good things that can come out of bad situations. Some people don't believe it. Some people do. I look at it like, hey, you know, I'm not perfect. Like, I am a mother and I have made bad choices, but my son is a great kid. He loves me. I love him. You get my drift. Like, no, none of us are perfect. And if this is what you really want, then this is what you want. The problem with this is I feel like this is a situation that has just like sunk in the relationship. And that's why there's this dramatic Ten of Swords that's like, oh, it's not going away. I can't get rid of this distrust. And honestly, I feel like you either need to just be done with it, cut it off, have this Ten of Swords moment of like, bye, go solo, ready to mingle, or you're going to go, at some point I'm going to have to get over the situation if I truly want this and make it work. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, you have the Ten of Swords, releasing a burden. All right, so some of you are ready to go. Some of you Leos are ready to be done. You're ready to charge through and be done. Because again, Ten of Swords, releasing a burden. It's responsibilities, but it's also first completion. Some of you are taking the step of getting rid of this person in your life. There's no other way to say it. I wish I could be like, oh, yay. It means you guys are getting back together and everything is going to be wonderful. No. Right now, so far, the cards are saying no. You are releasing this ache. You are going to cry into your pillow, scream into your pillow. You're going to have a few days of restlessness, angst, and you're going to get through it, and you're going to move on. And I feel like you already knew which direction you're going, and now you're going, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this. This isn't going to happen. And I feel like a lot of it pertains to this third party. And again, it doesn't have to be third party, but it could be lies or other things that pertain to a situation that is not honest or not, you know, really coming clean. The next card you have is your distant future. Well, there you go. Now you've got the Knight in Shining Armor coming in. You have the Knight of Wands, which is passion. It's romance. It's coming in. It's very, very much a, not, I don't want to say forced movement because it's not force, but it's very much a charging forward, energetic, daring energy. And I feel like this is something new for you. I feel like it'll be something exciting, something you weren't expecting. Now it could be this other person, but I just feel like with this 10 of Swords coming in and this 10 of, oh, and I just realized they're 10s and 10s. So you may be seeing 10-10 or dealing with 10s, or 10's a good number for you or a bad number. I feel like there's some sort of like doom and gloom that's kind of over the situation. Like you said, you know what? Fuck it. Like, you're dead to me. Like, not literal, obviously, but like, I can't feed any more energy in this, so I blocked you. I've cut off all communication. You can no longer get in touch with me. You will no longer know what's going on in my life. And now, all of a sudden, this Knight of Wands comes in where it's like, oh, I can feel this again. I can, like, my heart isn't ice. Like, I'm learning a lot about what I deserve and what I should be receiving from somebody who truly cares about me. Next card you have is your immediate future. So, and you have the Death card, which is Scorpio. And the Death card is not a physical death. I actually love the Death card because the Death card is transformation, rebirth. It's change. Big, big changes. Now, this could be a rebirth with this person. It could be a conversation. Again, I feel this drama right here. I don't know why. A lot of times I would be like, oh man, you know, guys, this is killing me. This really sucks. But for some of you, I feel like it's this, like, I don't know, woe is me. And I feel like it might be on their part, like, but I'll never love anybody but you. And you're like, go screw yourself, yeah, and the horse you rode in on. And then maybe they do come riding in on a horse or a flea, whatever that is. And then you have, like I said, the Death card, which is transformation, rebirth, something. It's also interesting because I know that this horse skeleton and baby, I know the horse skeleton is pregnant, okay? But I don't really feed into that a lot, but for some reason, Leo, that's kicking in here. So I don't know if you're pregnant. I don't know if you guys have kids together or if you're planning on having kids or if there's going to be like a kid in the future. Normally, again, I don't really focus on that, but for some reason that is a focus. And again, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Scorpio in your chart, but some big change or transformation is coming. Either you guys clear up this drama or somebody new is coming in real quick. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. You have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you've got the Nine of Swords feeding the 10 of Swords and this 10 of Wands. The Nine of Swords is anxiety, stress, depression, all of these things that are mentally affecting you or giving you anguish that haven't happened. It's paranoia. It's an illusion. It's not necessarily paranoia because you feel how you feel. I'm not degrading that. But the Nine of Swords is definitely like, but I'm worried. If I let this go, if I cut this off completely, what will I do? And then part of you is like, well, I cut this off, but I don't know that I really want to cut it off. Leo, make up your mind. Because literally, I feel like this person is in dire straits without you. I feel like this person, although I feel like they're the more dramatic one, I feel like you're kind of feeding into it because they're like, but I love you. And you're like, never again. Like, this should be a Shakespeare play or something. Hamlet is calling Leo. But the Nine of Swords definitely is like an anxiety. Like, should I or shouldn't I? Like, I cut them off. Was that a terrible decision? Like, Leo, you're the Strength card. So stick with your decision. If you cut them off and it's supposed to come back, they will. And if you cut them off and it's not, here's Prince Charming and major changes are on the way. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling. Queen of Pentacles. Man, she or he, I don't apply sex to the cards, has been showing up in everybody's read. The Queen of Pentacles is wise, okay? She understands. She's very generous, but she's also very maternal, paternal, loving energy. But at the same time, she gives what she gets. She's learned that if you treat me like dirt, I'll ignore you and block you. I won't necessarily reciprocate it because I don't play games and I'm not a jerk, but I'm not going to give you my time or attention. However, if you pay attention to me, if you treat me with respect, then I will do the same to you. And sometimes above and beyond, which is what, Leo, I think you've done with this person. And the reason that you're so upset and the reason there's this cutoff energy is because you're like, no, I'm tired of this. You know, I give 100% and you give, you know, a half of an inch. You give, you know, 50%. Like, it's not, this doesn't work. And so the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like you're feeling like, well, if they can get to the point where we can get past this trust issue, but there's something here breaking this. I don't necessarily feel like they're still with somebody, although for some of you they really are. And for some of you it's a marriage thing and it may be best just to like let all that drama go. But for others of you, it's like, you know, 3 years ago they had an indiscretion or something. and it's like the continuous battle in your relationship, or you had an indiscretion, whatever. Cross watchers, it can be reversed, but like I said, be nice. I always read for the sign I'm reading for. Now, your hopes and fears, the outcome. Well, you're hoping to get back together, and yet you're detrimental and you're dead set that this is cut off. Very interesting, Leo. You guys generally don't give me this type of energy, or don't generally get this type of energy, but I feel like because of the holidays or different things coming up, there's this anxiety, major anxiety about, oh, I don't know what to do, because the Six of Cups is reconciliation. The card represents reminiscence. It's nostalgia. It's looking back. It's wanting something from the past. And so I feel like you're cutting them off, going, never again. And you could, and like, it's very, I'm saying it almost like very dramatic. I just caught myself again going, da, 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 like I'm in a play or something. And I feel like, and it's not foolish. It's not stupid. I'm not making fun of you guys by any means. What I'm saying is that, like, you can't make up your mind. And we all do it. We all fucking do it. We all go, I'll never take that prick back. How could that? And then the next thing you're, but I really love them. Have I lost them forever? And I feel like you're just very conflicted, and making it even worse because you're going, well, but what do I want at the end of the year? And again, your hopes or fears, but that's more of a hope, is that you guys could come to some sort of conclusion of maybe we can make this happen. And I do feel like for some of you, they've been open arms, or they've been kind of like beating down your door hoping this would happen. For others of you, you're going to be like, no, they've ghosted me, whatever. But there's still some big connection behind that door. They're just not opening it right now. The outcome you have is the Two of Cups. That's why I said when I was dealing the cards, I say dealing, and then I feel like a blackjack dealer. My stepbrother's actually a pit boss and knows how to deal quite well. But I don't think that's, maybe I should say sorting the cards or whatever. I don't give a crap. Like, whatever comes to mind, I'm going to say. The Two of Cups, though, when I was dealing the cards, was more, or whatever. I don't know why they keep correcting me. They keep going, shuffling, placing. Who cares? The Two of Cups is the twin flame card. That's why I said that, like, oh, did you see that? Don't peek. Because this is a twin flame. This is like all this drama, all tied to a karmic connection, a twin flame, somebody you know you love, somebody you know who loves you, that, like, I don't know, that, like, this is exactly why I'm totally taking this. All on the floor, sometimes I don't take them, but I'm totally taking this. I mean, you have the twin flame energy card, the Two of Cups. This is a very, very strong connection. You guys are playing some games. And Leo, you can get as mad as hell as you want with me for saying that. I don't care. Because you know in your heart of hearts, you are playing some games. You are playing games. And they are playing games too. You guys are playing games together. I am an angry teacher. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, literally, you have the twin flame card here. Karmic connection, soulmate. Do not correct me. And the people are like, oh, that means this. It's twin flame, or can only mean soulmate. Don't. Let's rejoice in this. Let's be happy in this. No negativity. Like, the Two of Cups, amazing, beautiful, heartfelt, twin flame energy, surrounded by the moon, which is Pisces. And no offense, but Pisces are shady. I'm not calling out the sign Pisces is shady. The moon card of Pisces is shady. Okay? Literally, I use the same example. You're in the wilderness. You only have a sliver of a moon. There's a giant object. Use the same example all the time. Is that a bear that can eat my feet? Or can I walk around that rock? The problem is the unknown. You cut them off, or they cut you off. Nobody knows what's going on. Now there's this tragedy. There's this loss. I'm ghosting you. No, I'm ghosting you. I'll talk to you. I'll unfriend you. I'll friend you. I'll poke you. I won't poke you. I'll Instagram you. I won't. Like, Leo, there is chaos going on, and I feel like it's fucking self-inflicted by you or them or both. Because then usually I go to the next clarifying card for the outcome, but I have to jump to that Lover's card after the Two of Cups. The Lovers, come on. Really? That's Gemini's card, by the way. So you may be dealing with a Gemini or Gemini placements in your chart, but the only reason I'm saying it like that in that voice is because I'm mocking the fact that you know you love this person. They know that they love you. It's like, what is this grand finale? And then this pops out. You have this deep grand finale. Leo, unbelievable. You guys, I'm sorry to say, but I think good things are going to come out of all of this mess. As much as you're like, this, you're reading this, and this is, and you're, yes, I'm reading this. Somebody is going to eat a piece of humble pie, maybe pumpkin, maybe chocolate, whatever it is, and say, hey, by the way, I love you. It just, plain as day. Because then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is another 10. 10, 10, 10, by the way. 3 10s. What is that, a turkey in bowling? No. What do you need? No. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it 10? Anyways, whatever. But isn't that 10, like, yeah, if you get like 10 strikes or something in a row, you get a turkey. Anyways, whatever. I'm not going to try and figure that out now. But bowling could be your thing. That just came out of my mouth. But the Wheel of Fortune is like karmic fate. It's divine timing. It's unplanned changes. You have no control over this. This is the universe saying, in due time, when it's supposed to end. Are you serious right now? All right, we're just going to end the read. Good night. I hope you guys... No, I'm just kidding. Seriously? Seriously, Leo, this is the craziest read. It starts off all ugly. I'm thinking there's some tragedy that I should keep my mouth shut about, because one time I made some comment about somebody lost somebody, or somebody just had cancer or something like that. I got shit on left and right. People talking about I shouldn't be talking about their family, and I'm telling them it's a general read. Like, you know, stuff like this happens to people all the time. Anyways, don't want to go into that, but 10, 10, 10. Something significant. 3 10s. 3 times 10 is 30, and 3 plus 0 is 3, and I love 3s. Anyways, just going off on my own whim. But again, the Wheel of Fortune here, Leo, is saying, like, now is divine time. Coming, something big is changing. You got the Lover's card again. Are you kidding me? So you got the Twin Flame card and the Lover's card again. 2 Lover's cards. 2 Lover's cards. Okay, I'm going to pull. I never pull. I'm not. I'm going to put that one back because I can't put it down like that, because I never read reversals. And this little Witchwood deck that I love, they're not mass produced. They're very one of a kind. They're meant to be read reversed or not reversed. And you know me, I don't read reversals. All right, the Looking Glass. So uncertainty. So if it was upright, it would be self-acceptance, but it's upside down, which is uncertainty, which is exactly this. I mean, my God, you go from, I don't know, everything's horrible, this tragic loss ending, and never again, and, you know, this burden's off my back, to, I got 2 lovers and a Twin Flame card. Yeah, come on, Leo. Like, there's more than meets the eye here. You know it, I know it, and some of you may be like, screw you, but you know what? I'm sorry, if this is my read, I would take it. I would eat that humble apple chocolate pie and be like, mm-hmm. All right, now, your little inspirational card is Penelope Quick Sparkle. Get your magic on. Like, for real, get your magic on, Leo. Like, you know it. Like, I'm sorry. I love your read. I think it's fantastic. Because who goes from the 10 of Swords to 2 lovers and, you know, the freaking Twin Flame card. All right, so the wish I have for you, if it'll stand up, it's been saying, all right, bye.